we've got a second RTSL game of the season. We are playing Chumb0, and we will hop in and say hello when I go through the usual dance. We are Russia. Thanks to RTO and the RTSL Hunter for organising. So, no duck and cover, but we've got 5-year plan to pitch Europe scoring if we fail the coup. But we'll open 4-4-1. We'll pop the 1 in Yugoslavia because we don't have independent Reds. And I will start to plug in hand stuff. So Space NORAD. NASA's the headline, right? Yeah, that's good. So let's commit that and say hello. Right, let's just, there we go. Plug in hand. Nasser, Romanian, Degal, NATO. So Marshall Plan opening would seal the deal. This is not the Marshall Plan opening, but we will headline NASA. And plug in the rest of my hand. NORAD and Comic-Con, NORAD Space. Europe scoring a 5-year plan. So, yeah. Ooh, they're just maximizing their ops. So I like the coup in Italy. We've got a scoring card. We don't have to pitch it. Let's take our best shot. And that is about as good as a best shot can get. Ya beauty. So now we'll go 1 Italy, 2 Portugal with Comic-Con, and we will drop Europe scoring for profit. Hold 5-year plan Space NORAD. They may well choose to coup, but they should be filling France, really. Having a think. They've obviously got a lot of ops because they're under containment. But yeah, under containment, filling France seems like the prerogative, doesn't it? So we can respond with Comic-Con, 1 Italy, 2 Portugal, and try and bag Europe domination. Yep, going influence, sensible. Yeah. Overprotecting Iran is sensible. We will just capitalize where we're at. So they've got a lot of options now. Cooing Egypt isn't unreasonable. And that's a hell of an outcome. I'm willing to bet that they are not going to coup Iraq. So we'll drop Europe scoring. I'm happy to keep DEFCON up as well, because then we could always have a coup on Pakistan next turn. Want to finish by making sure we put at least 1 in Italy to stop Truman Doctrine. And as long as socialist governments is unknown, that helps us too. And holding 5-year plan in case of getting Middle East scoring next turn. But I think what I'd like to do is put 1 in Italy and 2 in Iraq. Ideally get into Afghanistan to threaten Pakistan. They've got so many ops. Now they're in Afghanistan, we'll space NORAD. Sadly, Roscosmos have let us down. So, I like... Oh, well, Truman Doctrine's here, so that's fine. Don't have to worry about that. So let's overprotect Iraq. Well, let's not do it this turn. Let's put 2 in Iraq and 1 in Italy. So with Asia and the Middle East problematic, I think we can't afford to 5-year plan away Romanian abdication for like extra profit. I think we should hold 5-year plan and work on the assumption that we've seen duck and cover as well, so we're less likely to get DEFCON trapped. So I think popping another 1 in, well, we could pop 1 in Syria, and that way if they do tap Iraq, that's kind of a waste of tempo for them. But keeping DEFCON up is nice, because then we can have a big fat coup on Thailand next turn, ideally, with the China card maybe. Although then we can't 5-year plan stuff. Oh, capture Nazi for influence. That's not good. That's an error. I understand their like excitement about Middle East domination, but that doesn't feel good. That really doesn't feel good at all. I know you're under containment, you want to make the best use of your ops, but damn, 2VP is hard to give up. So will they drop DEFCON, interestingly? I mean, I'm fine with them using CIA next turn to do it if they don't. Let's see if they blockade away decol as well. That wouldn't be bad for me. I mean, if they space something here, they're insane. But aren't we all, to some extent? Me more than other players, probably. So yeah, Asia's going to be a bit tricky. I mean, a coup on Thailand, followed by taking South Korea and do it, or, you know, some weird Indo-Pakistani war shenanigans. Or a Cambridge 5 into India would be fine next term. We haven't seen defectors yet. Four whole ops. Okay. Yeah, that's sensible. Okay, fine. Well, that gives us a nice coup target, if nothing else. We did not get either of the scoring cards. And defectors is a risk. So I guess Cambridge 5 is best here. We did get into Pakistani war, which is quite nice. CIA. Trying to pitch CIA at some point for cheap. Yeah, we'll go Cambridge 5. Yeah, well, it gets defected. No additional information, so we will have a nice big coup on Pakistan as we're holding Indo-Pakistani war, and it's a cheaper coup. Be lucky. Oh yeah. You beauty. I mean, Thailand there would have been real bad for me. You gonna have a coup? Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we can take Korea. I can live with that. Um, so I mean, assuming he doesn't event Fidel, 5-year planning CIA is now quite attractive. I kind of want to event Blockade in case they're holding D-Style and then have space decol. So I think Blockade is a good event here to unblock their hand. If they play into Burma, we use Suez to take India. I think we're okay there. So just big overprotects. All right, yeah, we'll take India. I'm happy to keep pressing on this for now. All right, so I think we're going to event CIA created next and hold 5-year plan. I don't want to wait till the end of the round. Well, there's Middle East scoring, so that's not too bad for them. Well done. I think now we event CIA created because they can't do a ton with it. They can have a one-op coup, but if they don't, we get mill-ops. So Suez is gone, US Japan is gone, Purge is gone. They've just dropped Middle East scoring, and they use Warsaw Pact, which I've used, and then Warsaw Arab Israel. So it should be 16 and 5 once CIA goes in. Nope, I've missed 2. Smooth. Have I? Oh yeah, I just can't count my own tracker. 18. Brilliant. And then 5 once CIA goes in. Yeah, cool. I mean, so what happens here? They can play into Saharan states, but they're just asking for trouble. They could play into Panama, which would be a relatively safe bet. They could just take Burma, which is a bit boring. Yeah, that's probably the sensible option. And now we want to overprotect. Well, let's take Lebanon. Easier to level up country count. I mean, we could 5-year plan blockade to take Saudi as well. So event blockade, and then I guess we event Indo-Pakistani war on India for the VP. The problem is we're gonna have to put Indo-Pakistani war back in the deck unless we use the China card, and it's very early in the game to be using the China card. And I think we want to event blockade. Well, I'm really glad they didn't event Marshall Plan. Although they just use it to block Italy. So let's... overprotect Italy again. There are no more 4-op cards in the deck, so Italy's safe. I think we event blockade and hold 5-year plan. If they tap Pakistan, they've done well. So yeah, Asia's relatively safe, even if they tap a place and threaten it. We've got the China card. I think I like eventing. So yeah, independent res doesn't do anything. NATO's not an effect. Yeah, Formosa, independent res, and special relationship are the last blue cards. Asia, UN, Decol, Fidel, Korean, Vietnam, D-Style, and SOCGov. All of those play into our favour. Independent res doesn't do a ton. Greece does make sense. I think we event blockade here. And they pitch D-Style, hopefully. But D-Style and SOCGov are the last 2 3-op cards. They must have held one of those two. And if they're holding both, they're going to have to space the other one. I mean, in an ideal world, they've forgotten about blockade. But I'm not that optimistic. I mean, using Marshall to jam Italy is not the worst because they managed to walk through into Greece. Oh, they're going to event Fidel, okay. And then they didn't use it to tap Pakistan, which is fine by me. What did they pitch? They pitched. Hello. Well, we got D-Style back if that's what they pitched. Was it SOCGov? No, it was D-Style. Wow, we got lucky. Lucky. Okay, so we have Asia scoring. They have special relationship. We have Formosa. We have UN intervention. We got Decol. They invented Fidel. They got SOCGov. Vietnam and Korean War. Yeah. We got D-Style back, which is nice. Korean War. So they got special relationship, SOCGov, Vietnam, Korean. We got Asia, Formosa, UN, and Decol. And then in the reshuffle, Capture Nazi, which is a great headline card. EEU, and good old D-Style. This is a great hand, and we're definitely starting with Captured Nazi. And if it gets defected, that's a bummer, but we'll live. This is a big 1 in 3. Gas. Because that now means with Decol, we have the opportunity to dominate if we want. But I think we have to start with a coup. And the question is the coup on Panama or Libya better? I guess Libya is better. Well, then we have got Muslim Rev coming up. I'm going to be greedy and coup Panama. Good to see they're tracking cards. Never a shabby option. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they can go Philippines 6, Malaysia 7, Burma 8. Yeah, we're not going to decol into Asia. I think we just bag the 2 VP we've got and decol into Africa. Yep. So now decol, and we go break, 2, 3, 4. Do we like that? Yeah, because we don't currently have access via France to Algeria. Okay, so let's get this back on turn. So they've used duck and cover, and we use decol. Korean War. Very sensible. Very real. So, with 4, I think we will overprotect Zaire and finish taking Panama. Don't mind that being evented. So we are gonna have to UN intervention 5-year plan or 5-year plan UN intervention. I want to take Saudi. We're somewhat exposed to Voice of America, but we can't do everything. But we will de-stall into South America. And I will pop one in Mexico because we are threatening control in Central America. And we don't want to have to rely on Libthi. So that's not shabby. So they've still got special relationships, SOCGov, and Vietnam revolts. This is speculative. But it worked. So we will UN intervention, 5-year plan, and we will pop 2 back in there and 1 in Saudi. So we now can't complete Saudi. They've got SOCGov, Vietnam revolts, and 2 unknown cards. Well, I mean, if it happens again, I will just de-style in there. Brilliant. So we'll go 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. And we'll go a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Well, at least he knows what I'm doing AR6, which works in his favour. He's NORAD, yeah. So he's got SOCGov, Vietnam revolts, and 1 other card. So I expect he'll use Vietnam revolts to try realigning again. And we look forward to seeing what the other card is. Wow, this is fantastic. So definitely one out of Italy, and then we'll do one out of France and one out of West Germany as well. Get maximum value there. And if they like take Mexico, they're leaving themselves perilously exposed, which I'm fine with. Monty Bagage is scoring for 1 or 2 VP. No, just repairs. All sensible. I'd say that we got the better part of Afghanistan 1 VP. We got the better part of that, right? We're into Africa, we're into South America, we're into Central America. We're at 5 VP. CIA's gone. This is a tolerable to good board shape for the USSR at the end of turn 3. God, he loves realigning, doesn't he? And he keeps getting it. You jammy devil. Then 50-50 realigns. So 11-11 should be. Oh, hello. Sorry. I'm in OBS and accidentally dragged the screen there. Hopefully it wasn't too much of an effect. All right, so wow. I mean, with South America, I really want to get South America off. So first, I want to work out. So Vietnam was there 11 cards in each pile? No, 10 discarded, 12 removed. So one of those was actually removed. Korean War. Bing. Okay. So kind of want to keep the 4 op cards to convert South America. But Allende does the job for us as well. Lone Gunman, Suez, Summit. This is a lovely hand. Shuttle Dip and Alliance is currently worth 0. Right, UN Intervention is gone. So we will bury you. Gets us 3 VP. And allows us to take Zaire. Well, that's good news for us. That's fantastic news for us. So, I like 2 Venezuela, 2 Brazil with Allende if we get VO8 out of that side of America. South America, yeah? That seems fine. So we're only a Hunter, an ABM, or a Brush War away from getting frigged out of South America. Otherwise, there's a chance we could be stacking the cash here and getting 10 VP out of it. And I'm happy to give up Mexico for South America since we're holding the scoring card. Yep. Wow, great. Thank you. So now we'll run the... We won't run the Gambit on Brush War. We'll take Venezuela and Brazil. So if he doesn't take Mexico, Alliance of Progress next. Two Argentina, one Mexico. Shelter diplomacy is a bit grimy with Middle East the way it is, but I could use it to take Saudi and push Israel. Oh, they've got Hunter. Boo! What do we think? Do we think our realigns are going to be as good as theirs? Is the question. Let's gamble. Well, they got one of the access cards. That is life. But we did swing a decent "we will bury you." Right, we've got Milops now, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's take Mexico. So they lose 3 VP when we successfully realign them at a +1. But I don't know if I need to. I don't necessarily need to be greedy. If you've got Brush or ABM, you're also sitting pretty. I'd say good luck getting Hunter already. Good gamble. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh, what a swing. Swing better, better. This guy's a gambler. No, I like a good old. No, let's put 2 in there. It's only another 1 VP in the Middle East. I feel like realigning it even is not great, but to each their own. But if they have another crack, I'll be dropping. Okay. If you're holding Central America scoring, I agree with you. Yes, but if you think I've got a lot of big ops, you should probably. Oh, hello. Yeah, that'll do it. We will take discretion as a better part of valor and drop South America scoring 5. No point in being greedy. I guess just overprotect Cuba and Panama. Panama from Voice of America, 100%. We want to put one in there. Hello, Willie. Another VP. Ka-ching, ka-ching. Wow, go for it. Oh, yes, son. That's what I'm talking about. Got there in the end. uh, Absolute chaos. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Truman Doctrine is still in the deck. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay. 1618. Let's put one in West Germany because we can still threaten control there as well. No, let's overplay Pakistan. Let's play for the longer game. So Africa or Middle East scoring has to come up next turn for them to stand a chance. Oh no, let's get some of VP as well. 2 VP. Okay. We did not, but we got all the power cards. Holy smoke. All right. ABM Olympic Games. And Brush War. Oof. Ooh la la. Quagmire CMC. Weaken Space Bear Trap. Emit Marshall Plan. A Marshall Plan doesn't do a ton for them because they're already in Greece and Portugal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Emit Quagmire Yasuri. So the question is, do we Quagmire them and push for Europe control? Defectors is still in the deck. And if they miss MVS, we can give them Marshall Plan, I guess. So Quagmire's good. Oh, hello. What are you pitching? This could be crucial. Again, pushing for Europe control seems a bit greedy when it's unnecessary. Kitchen debates. Sadat. Arms. Cambridge 5. Portuguese Empire. None of those. Cambridge 5. Portuguese Empire. Kitchen debates. Sadat. And arms race. Arms race. 3-op neutral card. That seems a bit weird. I mean, I guess we could Libya, Brush War, Egypt. Now Sadat's gone. Yeah, I think Europe's already looking fine in there in the trap. We have to be pragmatic here. Yeah, so now we can use Marshall Plan to take France and Libya. Yeah, let's. Yeah, this is fine. So now we've got ABM and Brush War. ABM Zaire, Brush War, Algeria. Then we've got Africa dealt with as well. And then we want to space emit and space Yasuri, holding Bear Trap, or the other way around, hold Bear Trap. Yeah. That 2VP square could be crucial, but we don't want to space too quickly in case they're holding one small step. I mean, if they take that, we're up 3 VP, aren't we? Yeah. Again, not greedy. But we do want to ABM next, don't we? Because we don't want them to missile envy us and steal it. Duck and cover's gone, so they can afford to steal it. The realigns on Mexico make 100% more sense. Now we know they were holding Central America scoring. And I was lucky to bag Mexico as early as I did. But yeah, they're right up against the ropes, and with CIA gone, we're just looking for the knockout punch, really. Da 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 da. No missile envy. VOA is rough, but we will make it work. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay, so ABM Treaty Coup Zaire. Brush for Algeria next. Although we can swing domination in the Middle East on a 66% Egypt brush if they don't take Libya right now. So maybe the Egypt brush is better than Algeria, especially as they have to give us a coup target by trying to walk to Nigeria or madly realigning Zaire. Well, if they missile envy us, we give them Missouri and give up the China card. Like, we're okay with that. This is good in the sense that war cards now work badly for them. This is insane, but okay. Yeah, that had to happen. Yeah, well, 50-50s be 50-50s. So, I really, really like the Egypt one here. Because swinging domination in the Middle East would be pretty big, especially under shuttle dip. All right, be lucky. No. That is regrettable. There are no more war cards in the deck, so they've just set themselves up for a later flower power. All right, so we will take Saudi in order to make OPEC less palatable, mostly. And the other one we can stick in France. Defectors. Okay, yep, so we will use Olympic Games. At some point we are just going to have to space, right? can't twiddle our thumbs forever. If we do successfully space and they don't want full step, having the second space is pretty hot. Otherwise, we'll have to space, emit, and then event Yasuri, overprotecting the Koreas and India, I guess. I mean, Middle East scoring is the only card that really rescues them temporarily. Ooh, OAS is nice, but both regions have scored. Yep, so we space emit. Alas, that might give us one small step though. So now Yasuri overprotect our regions. Well, it usually does. Power cards are power cards. Unless you're holding Europe, the game continues. Let's. Okay. So we'll finish with Yasuri, Korea, India. So we give up the China card, which is fine. We've not seen Cultural Revolution yet. Mr. Envy would be a little annoying here. That's also annoying, but we do hold France still, and we've got time to deal with it. 2 VP OPEC. So unless they headline Africa or Middle East scoring, the game is over. I don't think that's bad under the circumstances. So let's do that. And rest of my hand, which I'll put in for benefit. Che, Cult Rev, Colonial Rearguards, Brezhnev. Nuclear subs, nuclear test ban. I'm alright with OPEC in the headline because if they do missile envy us, we don't lose a turn to do something and let them drop a scoring card. Nuclear test ban, nuclear subs, South African unrest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. OPEC as my headline. Defectors is gone. Yeah, that's the game. Oh, no, wait. They get a VP from nuclear test ban. Oh, no, yeah, that triggers first. Yeah. Doi. Oh, yeah. Even if Missile Envy had triggered 1 VP for nuclear test ban, I've got Venezuela. Yeah. Well, nice quick game. I don't need to fight for Poland immediately, but yeah. All right, well, that'll do for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. I think a good result, but we did get all the power cards, right? They got Hunter, but we got ABM Brush War. We got the access cards, we got the timing. The coup on Italy worked, the coup on Panama worked. No complaints. That's the way I like it. All right, thanks for watching. Feedback for both sides welcome, and I will see you at some point later this month for at least one more RTSL game so I can keep my nose clean. But until then, I will say good night and goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.